Okay, this is just a really, really bizarre story that is absolutely blowing up the entire media apparatus. It's all over, going viral. Jeffrey Epstein accuser, Virginia Guffrey, if I'm saying that right, says she has days to live after getting hit by a school bus. So this is what was posted on her Instagram. She's one of the most prominent victims of the Jeffrey Epstein, debacle. Essentially, she accused some of the world's most powerful people of sex trafficking, and now she says, you can see that picture. I apologize, it's a little bit graphic. The picture that you see next to her lying in the hospital is with Prince Andrew, who has denied everything. And even his girlfriend just came out recently and said that Virginia is facing karma. I'm going to share with you a clip in just a second, but she is a mother of three. She's 41 years old, and she shared this battered picture that you see on the screen right here from a hospital bed covered in bruises. She said she's suffering from kidney failure after a bus crashed into her vehicle. She says, quote, "This year has been the worst start to a new year, but I won't bore anyone with details. But I think it's important to note that when a school bus driver comes at you driving 60 miles per hour as we were slowing for a turn, that no matter what your car is made of, it might as well be a tin can." She wrote this post on Sunday. She continues, quote, "I've gone into kidney renal failure. They've given me 4 days to live, transferring me to a specialist hospital in urology. I'm ready to go, just not until I see my babies one last time." But you know what they say about wishes. Um, Shit in one hand and wish in the other. I guarantee you it's still going to be shit at the end of the day. Thank you all for being the wonderful people of the world and for being a part of my life, she added. The exact location, this is so bizarre and crazy. It's hard not to think that, I mean, a school bus coming into you at 60 miles per hour. I mean, there's still a lot of details. There's obviously an ongoing investigation, but my brain, of course, I'm sure you're thinking it too. Was this an accident or was this foul play? I can't wait to get your comments down below. So, again, let me just kind of, I've done some research here, and the post has also shared the exact location of and circumstances behind the crash are still unknown. But Guffrey has been living in Western Australia with her husband, though they had recently split, according to reports. Guthrie's father, Sky Roberts, expressed his support for his daughter and appeared to be unaware of the crash, saying, quote, "Virginia, my daughter, I love you and praying you get the correct treatment to live a long, healthy life," end quote. "If there's anything in the world I can do to help you, please let me know. My spirit is with you now and holding your hand." Virginia has been in a serious accident and is receiving medical care in the hospital. She greatly appreciates the support and well wishes people are sending, a spokesperson for Guffrey told the Post. So Guffrey married her husband Robert in 2002, shortly after escaping Epstein's clutches. Implied she was no longer living with her children in her last Instagram post before the reported horror crash. She says, quote, "My beautiful babies have no clue how much I love them, and they're being poisoned with lies," she wrote in this cryptic post dated March 22nd. Quote, "I miss them so very much. I've been through hell and back in my 41 years, but this is incredibly hurting me worse than anything else. Hurt me, abuse me, but don't take my babies. My heart is shattered, and every day that passes, my sadness only deepens," she wrote. Remember her bombshell claims. Guthrie accused Prince Andrew, who you see on the screen right here. This is King Charles III's oldest brother, of taking part in Epstein's sex trafficking ring, along with Victoria's Secret founder, Les Wexner, former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson, and other powerful men. Of course, they've all denied any wrongdoing. These allegations have made her the most famous and public of Epstein's victims, and a notorious photograph of her with Prince Andrew became the biggest scandal the British royal family had faced in an entire generation. Guthrie launched the legal action against billionaire financier Epstein in 2015, alleging that she was sex trafficked at the age of 16 after his ex-lover and accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell recruited her from her job as a locker room attendant at President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. Guthrie also alleged she was forced to have sex with Prince Andrew on 3 occasions when she was 17, including on Epstein's St. James Island in New Mexico and in Maxwell's London home. In 2019, she claimed she had sex with Prince Andrew in a bathroom after a night out at a London nightclub where he allegedly piled her with vodka. Guthrie and Maxwell eventually reached an undisclosed settlement over a defamation case in 2017. Obviously, Epstein was gone in jail, supposedly by suicide, in 2019, awaiting those charges. And then in 2022, Maxwell was jailed for 20 years for conspiring. Just before Epstein's death, Guthrie released a manuscript including more than 2,000 documents of a lawsuit against Epstein and his famous associates. That same year, Prince Andrew paid Guthrie and her victims' rights' charity an out-of-court settlement, which reports have come in. It's around $12 million. Andrew, who subsequently lost all his royal and military titles, has always, strongly denied this and claims against him, and the settlement accepted no liability. The settlement spared the late Queen of England's favorite son from a humiliating court battle. I've also got the latest a video from Pam Bondi. I know we've all been upset about this. When are these Epstein files going to come out? We've got some JFK files. I've done a bunch of video on the JFK files. We still have no word what's going on, but I have a video clip right here of the latest from Pam Bondi. Check this out.
To Epstein, yes, you're absolutely right, Maria. Tens of thousands of pages of documents and hundreds of victims of Jeffrey Epstein. Wow. So the FBI, they have been working round the clock at my directive, at Kash Patel's directive. Now Dan Bongino's there, who is a great asset for all of us at the FBI as well. But yeah, we have to protect their identity, their personal information to make sure they're safe. But other than that, we are releasing all of these documents as soon as we can get them redacted to protect the victims of him, of all of these horrific crimes that he committed.
So there's obviously been a lot of frustration around Pam Bondi and the release of this. I share that frustration. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been frustrated because there was a point where she said it's going to be released tomorrow or the day after or what have you, and then we got crickets. But I'm just kind of, I don't know what else to do but be patient. And I'm hoping, that Pam Bondi, Kash, and Dan Bongino, who I trust vehemently, are doing the right thing, and hopefully we're going to get that soon. I don't know. You let me know in the comments down below. I want to play for you this quick clip of Epstein victim Virginia Guthrie. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This was back when she first kind of did an exclusive on an interview talking about that incident. Just watch this really quickly.
So young, Ghislaine woke me up in the morning and said, "You're going to meet a prince today." I didn't know at that point that I was going to be trafficked to that prince. And then that night, Prince Andrew came to her house in London, and we went out to Club Tramp. Prince Andrew got me alcohol. It was in the VIP section. I'm pretty sure it was vodka. Prince Andrew was like, "Let's dance together." And I was like, okay. And we leave Club Tramp, and I hop in the car with Ghislaine and Jeffrey. And Ghislaine said, "He's coming back to the house. And I want you to do for him what you do for Epstein." I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that even royalty were involved.
I mean, this is like the most fascinating scandal, in the last, I feel like 100 years, if not more, of American history. And I don't know if anybody really knows how deep and how far and how wide and how swamp ridden the corruption, how ugly, grotesque this really is. I think that's why everybody's just on pins and needles, just holding their breath, hoping that we can get these files. We understand the redaction of personal information to protect victims, but I think flight lists, logs, and what was given out to those conservative quote unquote influencers or whatever was kind of a gigantic letdown, a huge disappointment. I'm not going to get excited until I see visceral proof to even get excited about. And I would love to get your thoughts on this, but I thought this was a very weird, newsworthy item where one of the most prominent Epstein victims comes, just, as these things are coming out, experiences one of the most bizarre. I mean, this is a very bizarre accident. A school bus, 60 miles per hour. It's hard not to anticipate or kind of conjure in your mind some nefarious dealings going on, but I'm going to hold and reserve all judgment until we really know the truth. Your boy Nez always gives you the truth and always reserves any judgment until we really know the full exact scope of what's going on. But stay tuned because I've got so much more to share with you. You're always going to hear it here first exclusively. I can't wait to read your comments on this. Make sure that you sign up for our free newsletter, which is in the pinned comment down below. Just click on that. It takes you 2 seconds. It's sort of like your insurance policy, so you never miss out on our latest publications. Also, check out these videos coming up on the screen right here, just in case you missed them. Tap my face right there to subscribe and follow. And as always, may God bless you and may God bless the USA. I'll see you soon.